to move on from that, how does endometriosis sort of affect your day-to-day daily routine?
For me, if you look at endometriosis, it's where the lining of the womb is found.
Yes.
in other parts of the body, particularly in the tummy area. So when you start thinking that you've got these tissues that are on your ovaries, your fallopian tubes, your bladder, your bowel, in your pelvic area, the pelvic floor area, for some women in their diaphragm, and this is cyclically, these are affecting you.
Yeah.
There's excruciating pain. I mean, I was taking morphine and it did nothing for my pain. I've had to have ambulance come out and take me just so that I can get to the hospital and have the pain administered at the hospital, killers administered at the hospital. The day-to-day life, being constantly in pain, it restricts your physical ability to do things, to move around, sitting down for long periods of time. I remember we went away for a weekend to Cornwall with my friends, and it was about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive. And after that drive, when I got to Cornwall, I started bleeding. And then I was in excruciating pain. There's fatigue that comes with it. There's hormonal imbalance. There's inflammation. So when you have the inflammation, just to imagine but just such a tiny space that we have in our tummy area and the pelvic area, everything then is kind of like fighting with each other to find space. So that's the physiological affecting you day to day. The fatigue, making you tired. Then you have insomnia. So I would have nights where I'm like just crazy, watching the wall and the light and the changing of day from night turning into day, just literally watching that happening through the night, to days where I've got fatigue and I find myself sleeping for like 17 hours, 27 hours even. I've done a 27-hour sleep. And then when you have that consistently for so many years, you've got the psychological effect that it has on you. So in terms of how has it affected me, it's a significant impact on my physical ability and also on my psychological state of mind.
How about you, Heidi?
I was going to say that when I reached 32, by that point, I was suffering tremendously. I was having blackouts regularly every time of the month. Every time it was my time of the month, but not only then, throughout the month, I was developing pain through various times. I was getting migraines, back pain, hip pain, and my ovaries were just in tremendous pain, but not when I was having my period, just outside of that. So it even hurt to take a step or to sit down. The pain was that intense, and it got to the point where I was even walking with a limp on my left side because of the groin pain. So I would spend many a time in a darkened room crying with migraines and horrendous pain. So my husband and I couldn't even just watch dinner and cook dinner and watch TV as we normally did. It had an impact on so many parts.
Yeah, and I think when just as you mentioned, when you're talking about cook dinner and watch TV, I was at a point where I could no longer do cleaning, and I had to actually get a cleaner to come once every 2 weeks or so to do the thorough cleaning, because I just couldn't do the cleaning. I'll do the cleaning and then I'm left in pain, and I'm like,
and
I can't live like that.
I couldn't go walking, and my husband and I used to go hiking and walking all the time, and I just couldn't even do that.
And I think the other thing as well is that because we're constantly talking about being in pain, so it affects your social life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you have to say, look,
you
I
feel
can't
like
come
a
out.
stuck record.
I can't come out because I'm in pain.